Clement's. And St Clement's is important to me because it's in the borough of Tower Hamlets, and Tower Hamlets is a borough which I've lived in, where I visit every weekend because my local church is in Tower Hamlets, and it's where my kids go to drama school, etc., etc. My initial involvement was based because it's so close to the local church. I get involved with various community activities that go on and around the area. And when this one came up, I was sort of like thinking, what's it all about, and will it affect us? And then when I found out what it was all about, I thought, this is fantastic. I mean, everybody should be doing this. And so actually became more and more involved on the basis of it was not just a good idea, but one of those great ideas that should really happen for communities. What is very significant is the fact that this is not just another housing project, like multiple housing projects. This is really about building a community. It's really about a community getting together and saying, we cannot afford to live here and we need to do something about it. The community land trust actually provides us with the opportunity to not just give us decent sized homes, but affordable sized homes. That is priceless in the London market at the moment, whereby you have people who can't afford to live in homes that are within their borough. So people who have grown up in the borough, who have lived in the borough for many, many years, have to migrate out of the borough, although they like living there, just because they can't afford a house. Something's got to change, and something's, has got to, and the community land trust, I hope, is a part of that change.
Crucially, community land trusts are about community organising and about involvement in the creation of a new place. So if you look at the amount of community-led design work we did through St Clement's, if you look at the fact that it came from a community organising campaign really to start with, the fact that it's an open membership which people buy £1 shares in throughout the borough, and crucially also the East London Community Land Trust is only ever going to concern itself with East London, because you get these vast housing associations now which, without being rude, some of them are monolithic bureaucracies and very far removed from the different estates which they have peppered all over London. ELCRT is just about East London. It'll always just be about East London. And the focus of that, I think, means that you can provide real stewardship for people who live there and a real sense of very local involvement in very important local places to people.
I think a lot of exciting housing projects understand the economics of what they're getting into, and they understand the social aspect of what they're getting into, but what they often don't understand is the political element. And I think ELCLT's relationship with London citizens and the fact that it was set up by London citizens means that it understands power in a way that other similar organisations don't, and also that it's not an organisation that needs to go out and find the community and consult the community, because it's kind of born from the community. So that's certainly what makes it different in one part. And then I'd say, and that's very much related, but the leadership of the people involved. So because it's come out of local institutions, those people and their stories and how the amount of energy they bring to the organisation are key to the way it works as well.
So the East London Community Land Trust grew out of London citizens, and it's still an essential part of London citizens, and London citizens is still an essential part of the East London Community Land Trust. But legally, because it's got a whole load of financial responsibility of its own, it's got its own board of trustees and it's got its own membership. It's about 1,000 people across East London. And the way in which we use community organising methods was to say that we wanted to work first and foremost relationally with people who came to be involved with the CLT. So that means rather than just having a website where people kind of go to find out, it's about individual meetings with people. But it's also the importance of recognising institutions within the local area. So we don't offer institutional membership to the CLT like, say, London Citizens does, but we work very closely with Queen Mary and Central Foundation Girls and Tower Hamlets Cemetery Park and Mine End Residents Association. It's recognising the importance and the power of civic institutions and the role they can play within something.
Originally, we put a bid together with Igloo Regeneration and Poplar Harcourt Housing Association. Part of that bid, where he ran 12 community consultation workshops. They weren't even consultation, there's nothing to consult on, it was just, here's a model of the site as it exists, what do you want to see? That then fed into that bid, and despite that bid losing, we were then asked to partner with Galliford Try. And so after checking that we could work with them and that they met our criteria, we agreed to work with them. And then, as luck would have it, the architects, John Thompson Partners, are also very interested in community-led design processes. So they worked with us to put something together and to ensure that the previous workshops, or the outcomes of the previous workshops, fed into the new workshops. So we had then a couple of two more that were kind of whole day ones on the Thursday and the Saturday, which included tours around the sites and all these sort of things. And then just before Christmas, we had a feedback session which kind of ended in St Clements being wrapped in a bow and being gifted to the community as a kind of gesture.
Okay, so nice and loud please, and we'll start at 5, okay, to make it easy for everyone. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Genuinely affecting and really making a dent in London's housing crisis. I'd like to see a land trust in every borough, and kind of in that scenario, they're able to act as a haven in each neighbourhood against the kind of the churn that a lot of Londoners feel erodes the stability of their community.
Over the next, say, kind of 5 years, what we're focusing on is making a real success of St Clements. I think with the amount of units that we'll be building there, it's just going to be a drop in the ocean of certainly the London housing market and the UK housing market. But one of the reasons I'm so pleased that our membership voted unanimously for that site is because, well, one, because affordable housing shouldn't be made to look like affordable housing, but two, because it's such a wonderful place that I really hope it's going to inspire other projects elsewhere. So I want us to make a really, really strong case at St Clements, which can then be used as a replicable model to take elsewhere. And I want us to take it up to the Olympic Park, where there's going to be kind of 8,000 new homes built. And I think if you look at the kind of the true meaning of the word legacy, what more can it mean permanently affordable housing for local people? So I think for the CLT, for East London CLT in the near future, it's about making the success of St Clements, using the success to germinate other projects elsewhere, and then delivering for our membership up at the Olympic Park.
I hope for the future for ELCLT is that it will grow into a bigger organisation which is able to deliver decent sized, affordable, permanently affordable housing. I think that's the future. And the future for me looks like we have these sort of homes, these CLT homes, right across London. Whether you're in South London or North London or East London or West London, that there are community land trusts established within London for local residents in that area. Obviously we're trying to hit the Olympic Park. I hope that is definitely going to happen, but that is only a small portion of the park, and what we want to try and do is make this more widespread across London, so that Londoners get a chance to own a decent sized home, and that's what the future I'm hoping looks like.